Capricorn, how are you going? Welcome with me, Redsky, here on another round of Righteous Readings, where I give raw, righteous readings to you guys, my avid viewers. How are you going, my beautiful Capricorn? We are about to look at your September 2022. I know I'm so late, and I do apologize sincerely. I lost internet for a week. We've had a 2 week straight of round the world sickness, and honestly, I've been really, really knackered, and just taking some time for self and stuff like that. It's been very important for me. As we all know, it's very important for all of us to have those times, and Resky had a bit of a breather as well, but I'm very glad to be back. I've missed you all so much. Mad shout out to the one and only Capricornian goddess Jocelyn, my happy Cappy girl. How are you doing? Beautiful. Mwah to you, darling, as well as all of my beautiful Capricorn watchers out there. I hope you're doing well. So we're going to check out your month of September 2022. This will take messages, of course, to Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, as well as Mercury, because you know he doesn't love that communicational god up in that planet of Mars. It is the smallest, but good Lord, it makes it packs the punchy, you know what I'm saying? So go the Merc. Alright, so let's check it for September's month. Of course, we're going to do it like we always do, baby. Keep it nice and regular for you, because we don't want any irregularity here. I'm going to pull a Celtic cross for your standard placements, which I will then go through and clarify to get more specifics out of the generalized messages that we start with, so you can work out, my darling Capricorns, if this is a resonating reading for you today, or whether it's not so much for you, off into the sin bin for it. Okay, my dolls, I don't think we really need that. I think that's just overkill. It is a beautiful day out there in Oz today. We should really be enjoying that. Most definitely. So Capricorns, let's find out what's coming in for you for September 2022. Sad news coming out of London as well yesterday, in the last 24 hours, of the Queen passing. God rest the Queen and God save the King, as of course Prince Charles of course turns now into King Charles. And of course Queen Consort Camilla, we do wish them all wholeheartedly all our supports from Australia over here as part of the Commonwealth. A lot will change for us. Our money's already changing. They're reaping back all of the money with, of course, the Queen's head on it, to replace it with his. So yes, I'm English background. My mum is born English, as many of us here in Australia are, you know, $10 poms. We're the next generation. Well, I am Australian born, English bred, however, in a way. So to all my English counterparts, you know, please note that a lot of us here in Australia do feel your pain and support you, regardless of what changing of times has made you think. We are still, no matter what, your Nobelian cousins, and do always support you and the Commonwealth. So God rest the Queen and God save the King, King Charles and Queen Consort Camilla, as they endeavour in their new royal duties. I cannot imagine what, well, wait a lifetime for it, I suppose. It's their royal duty. That's why they are who they are. I could not, but I wish them the best here on the channel. So let's continue now with Capricorn. I just thought to mention that because that really did shock me when I heard that, and it's still blowing me away. So I cannot imagine how the world feels about that. It's a hurt and a mourning I think we all feel to some degree, especially those in the Commonwealth and territories, states and territories that still very much loyal to England. All right. And countries abroad, of course. So Capricorn, September 2022. Let's check out you, my darlings. That's why we're here, you know. That's why we're here. But world news, you know, it deserves a note and a mention most definitely here, I must admit, because my son told me and it absolutely shocked me. I thought he was gone down the Alice path or something, down the Wonderstrucks. For Capricorn, please, spirits and guides, please. Capricorn. Sorry about that, Capricorn. Milk round on me. All right, let's hit it now, Capricorn, September 2022. Oh, and there we go, Capricorn. We've got our first placement. Let's check it out. Very important. Yes, thank you. Sorry, he's just asking him to turn it down a bit, so it's a bit loud. Sorry, it's a beautiful day today, as you can tell. People doing gardening. The kids are happy outside playing. There's a lot of, noise going, like a lot of living going on today, since everyone's been home all week with terrible torrential rain. So it's going to be noisy today's reading. So there's nothing I can do about it. But we're doing it. It's not getting done. So let's do it, Cappy. This is your month. So the underlying energy we've got so far for you, Capricorn, for the month of September is that of the Magician reverse. Mercury and energy coming through here. Inverted tells me there's some sort of deception. Not fronting our truth of self, or not using what we've got in the right way for the right reasons. It's a bit of ego here, a bit of selfishness leading to self-sabotage, I want to say. Like, it's crazy. I've got to just let me get rid of that. Okay, very good. But let's look at it. I think it's going to be all right. We've got a few majors here. I'm seeing 3 on the board. 4, including the underlying energy, all in prominent positions. Your crossing obstacle issue is death in reverse. Scorpio energy there. Advice from Spirit, justice, Libra energy. The outcome, the star, Aquarius, and as I said, the Magician, Mercurian energy at the bottom of the deck. So let's square dance and let me explain it. Capricorn, current energy coming into September, coming into the reading. Okay. Sporting the 7 of Cups reverse. So this is telling me you've made up your decision. You had a lot of options. You maybe still even do have a lot of choices and options that you could go with. But it's saying, I know what cup. I've made up my mind. I am invested, devoted. I am attained by. I am in that cup. Okay, this is a real sense of having that willpower and desire here to go for it. Needing the strength and willpower and determination to overcome the tendency to self-delude or get lost, though. You need to just be driving it. But you have the intention to. Your challenge, obstacle, issue, what you will need to face and deal with throughout the month of September, Cappy, is Scorpio's major arcana. As I said, the death in reverse, the lack of transformation and change. Getting into spots or into periods of like in Rita or stagnation or falling into old patterns or I think I can, I do, I will. I think I can, I do, I will. Not I can't or I would but. No buts, if, ands, maybes. Those things don't really need to be, they don't exist. Fuck it, they don't exist. Not in your dictionary, September, darlings. Crowning the reading for Capricorn, hanging above it all with that subconscious forefront. If the 3 wands reversed. This is coming to the realization, whether you want to admit it or not, my darlings, that some ships of yours and desires and things that you've really had long investment or wanted for a long time to attain or have to hold is not coming in. And there's a lot of pain I want to say around this. We're going to clarify and I'll get another layer deep on this, I always do, but I feel as though there is a real sense of real loss here. And it's so much more than just the passion, the desire, or the career side of what it stood for. It went so much deeper than that for you. There's just falling victim to a real insensitive time here, because the root of the reading, the foundation, what it is all growing from is that 7 of Swords. That Thief card, needing to save one's own skin. I feel like you were thrown under the bus. You were betrayed in some way, or for some of you, you are actively at that pinnacle point where you've got an option here. There's a choice that needs to be made to save one's own skin or throw someone else under the bus. I feel like this is why this devil is inverted. And just in case the Magician is inverted, and in case you were curious what was underneath him, I will tell you, the 10 of Cups reverse. Let's keep going. Past energy leaving you now. Whoosh, bull. King of Wands reversed. Man, you're being, in the past energy, Cappy, you were very severe. You were dogmatic. You were tripping out with the way you were carrying on. You're fierce. You're fierce and fugly. Like, I don't know what to tell you. Hey, I need begging. Sorry, dudes, those pussies crash. Like, I opened them and they tasted sour from the get-go. So I got the, you know, the smaller burger rings. Thick night. Thick. Double fuck. Alright, King of Wands reverse. Put that shit down. Maybe you need to put that shit down too, Capricorn. Put that shit down. This is someone being very autistic. Someone very severe. Someone very emotionally invested to the point where they're like a little obsessive compulsive. Jealous. Their desires are controlling. They're brute in the way they come across. They are brute force of fire. Untamed fire. It burns a rogue. It consumes all. And it blackens all by which remains. But without it, us in the bush wouldn't reap new flora and fauna. So we move forward now. Knight of Swords reverse. This is really falling at a point of not having any force here, or being at a real difficult position. And I want to say this is very much for the fact of maybe a third party or someone's, how do I put this, disunionment. That's what I was looking for, thank you. Disunionment. There's a lot of impatience here and a lot of imprudence. There's a sense of like, there's a lot of impatience, and being imprudent is like ruining your chances of like moving it forward, you know what I mean? Like, are you right there, babe? Sorry. Oof. Of success, ruining your chances of success. Excuse me a moment. Apologies about that, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry. As I was saying, that Knight of Swords reversed in the moving forward energy. There's a real dispute and disunion here. I've got to say to you, Capricorn, there's a lot of impatience, and that imprudence is ruining the chances of the success. That's what I was trying to bang on about. Only start what you can finish was what I was trying to reiterate there. Advice from Spirit. Spirit's advice for you, Cappy, for the month of September. Really keep this in mind. Libra's major arcana. It is a major arcana, so you definitely should. Justice. I'm hearing justice is swift. Maybe that's how you're feeling or you feel right now, but there is fairness to be had here, and balance is getting reiterated here. You can use your special powers of understanding to provide hope or dispense fear at this point in time. It's all about the perception by which you're seeing it, and it's not the right thing coming in. It is the just thing, and you may not agree with that from your perspective or from where you stand. Depends on how that rides for you. The outsider's view, Capricorn, not necessarily what's going on, it's just the outsider's view of you, and they do see the Nine of Pentacles reverse. They see someone really playing chicken, maybe, with their assets, or someone that has really been bled dry. Someone that's going through harder times, someone that is not as secure, as prominent, or as self-reliant as what they used to be or should be, or take it as it resonates. Just the outside's view gets shit anyway. Well, you know, when they've got shit to say, it sometimes comes back that way. Anyway, hopes and fears for the Capricorns month of September, Page of Cups. So with the hopes and fears here, there's a consensus of being trustful and very reflective. Really priding that here and trying to forefront that. You know, you're trying to be loyal. A lot of people like you, trying to give good advice. You know, you're trying to be very fluent, current, trying to be a part of the outcome, though. I love that. Beyond words, can I just say that this is just beautiful Capricorn September outcome so far. I almost don't want to clarify it. Aquarius is major, of course, the star. Capricorn, what more can I say? But your outcome is just hope and faith renewed. There is a sense of you've learned to balance your energies, your desires, your prospects are bright and promising. It's like being astrologically guided to knowing you're where you need to be, and you've got a path where you're going. You've got a destiny. It's feeling like you're not alone. At the end of the day, that Northern Star is guiding you eventually actually to get to where you need to be. You are being comforted by spirit, space, the beings that be, the creator, the God. Call it as you will for you. Purpose. You've found purpose, hope, and faith in life and in your living. Woo! 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 Let me finish this death stick, get that clarifying deck, and we will clarify this. I almost don't want to, but we must. All right, Capricorn, let's slap it in the ass and find out what's coming through. Let's clarify this September reading, please, spirits and guides, for our dearest Capricorn. It's coming in. Let's clarify all of that September placements of that Celtic cross. Here we go, Caps. Sorry about that, Capricorn. Let's clarify your September placements now that we've pulled. So your current energy, we have... Whoopsie, sorry. That star again, wow. All right, sorry. Your current energy for September, coming into the reading, we have that Seven of Cups reverse. Spirits and guides, ancestors and source, we need clarification of this. Thank you. Thank you. That's what we're after. Four of Swords reverse is clarifying that Seven of Cups reverse. Your challenge crossing issue for Capricorn, we have that Death card in reverse. Can we clarify the challenge for Capricorn, please, September? The Death in reverse. Why is this Death card? The Emperor in reverse, Aries major. Crowning the reading for Capricorn September, we have that Three of Wands reverse. Let's clarify this Three of Wands reverse, please, spirits and guides. Yes. The Moon, Ace of Pentacles reverse, Two of Pentacles reverse. Root of the reading, we have the Seven of Swords. Let's clarify the root of the reading for Capricorn September, the Seven of Swords. Spirits and guides, thank you. Two of Swords reverse, Four of Pentacles reverse, Knight of Pentacles reverse, Five of Swords, Eight of Pentacles. Wow. Past energy, King of Wands reverse. Let's clarify that King of Wands reverse. Why is that King of Wands reverse in the past energy for Capricorn? Ten of Wands with that Judgment. Wow, big things happened in that past energy for you, Capricorn. So much more. Moving forward from that, we have the Knight of Swords reverse. Let's clarify the moving forward energy, the full reverse. Spirit's advice for Capricorn September, we have the Justice card. Let's clarify this Justice card for Spirit's advice for Capricorn. Why is Spirit's advice justice? Clarify this justice. Justice in reverse, Death in reverse, Five of Pentacles reverse. I shit you, I do not lie. Justice reverse, Death reverse, Five of Pentacles. Wow, Spirit, you blow my mind. Outsider's view of Capricorn, September, Nine of Pentacles reverse. Let's clarify. Indeed we can, the Empress reverse. Hopes and fears for Capricorn, Page of Cups. The Hanged Man, these majors, man. The outcome, the all-important outcome. The Star with the Ace of Swords reverse. Clarify further, please, spirits and guides, this outcome for Capricorn September. We had the Star with the Ace of Swords reverse. Why is the outcome? Nine of Swords, the Hierophant with the Queen of Cups reversed. Bottom of the deck, Strength card in reverse. Leo's major. The Tower is behind that. Look, as these two, as the underlying energies for September, this is massive. This is not having the strength, tenacity, the will to do anything other than the other path. To allow things to override us, to overrun us, to consume us, to control us, to blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. There is so much blah, blah, blah here. I need to mull this over, but why I'm waiting for that just to like resonate, not resonate, but just to permeate my senses, because my senses are just alive with multiple feelings of just injustice, infuriation, frustration, dismay, heartbreak, emotion, just raw emotion. But right, we're pulling spirit animals, and I just heard one pop for you, so we're going to put this up here and we're going to get that meaning for you at the end of the reading. So make sure you stay after I do this clarifying and explain all that to you, that you stay until I finish reading that card, okay? Because I feel like that platypus is in direction for you, okay? So we're going to read about platypus in a minute. But right now we're going to talk about your lacking in strength and succumbing to the dark side, my darlings. Capricorn, the hell are you bloody doing? Capricorn, my most sincerest apologies. I got a little bit, another day's gone by. Not quite a day, but a good solid 12 hours, I guess you could say. Let's re-explain those clarificational points that we just done and re-explain it all so we can get a more crisper vision here of your September 2022, because this is something else, ladies and gentlemen, something else. Okay, Capricorn, we're going to go through the clarified placements now and explain it all to you. So your current energy coming into September, coming into the reading. We had that Seven of Cups reversed with the Four of Swords reversed. And as I said to you before, let's just move you a little bit. Just slightly up. There we go. And as I said to you before, that Seven of Cups reversed, this is a real sense of someone that's made a choice. They've made a choice of which cup they want. And they're actively putting that into motion now through their feelings, through their imagination, through their action. In some ways, showing it through subtle cues. But the Four of Swords, the Four of Swords reverse coming in to clarify that Seven of Cups reverse does really atone to someone being very cautious though. Someone moving forward, very cautionary advancement, very guarded, very safeguarded, very shielded. I'm seeing this because, we don't want to get hurt. We don't want to be made a fool of. We don't want to be embarrassed. We don't want to be wasting our time either, Capricorn. So we've made a choice here, internal, and we are moving external, I feel, in a very cautionary advancement. We're not yelling it from the rooftops, but we are holding it steadfast. Your challenge that you will need to face and deal with through the month of September is two major arcanas. Scorpio and Aries majors coming through here. Both inverted. The Death and the Emperor inverted. Your challenge is that of making change happen when there is just no change to be had. There's a real sense of Rita, maybe a lack of hope here with that Death card in reverse. It's better to accept the inevitable than to be paralysed by not doing so. The Emperor in reverse is saying there's a lot of immaturity and weakness around this. The immaturity and lack of conviction can render you feeble and ineffective. There's a sense here of really needing to make things happen and to stand one's ground, not to get too overly emotionally invested, not to be popping off at the bit, to show stability and to show change rather than inconsistency. And in Rita. Let me finish this death stick for a moment because the crowning of the reading has got a lot going on there. Okay, Capricorn, crowning the reading, we had initially the Three of Wands reversed. This is clarified by the Moon, Pisces major arcana, Ace of Pentacles reversed, Two of Pentacles reversed. It's your Earth energy coming through thick and heavy in that subconscious crowning of the reading. But we need to come to a realization here with that Three of Wands reversed that some of our ships are not coming in. Some things that we really desired, really wanted, aren't coming in. Why? The Moon. Because we have been a bit in a delusive state, or we have just been very much lost in the darkness. Very much lost in our subconscious. We're just lost in the thoughts of the memory, of the illusion, of you're just away with the pixies in your head, I feel. The Ace of Pentacles reverse is saying to me that maybe you might even lose some opportunity during this time. Sorry, that's very bright. Lose some opportunities during this time. You're wasting your gifts on pursuits of power and influence, perhaps. Your spirituality feels rather empty. There's a lack of security, prosperity, monetary alignment, because that Two of Pentacles reverse coming in behind that definitely attains to that. A lot of pressures, a lot of stress, and imbalance here. Not seeing things long term, being too here and now and caught up in it all, being awash, just awash. Your energy is just awash, exhausted. You're spent. Root of the reading is a mouthful and a half too. There's so many cards here, people. This is like a reading in itself. Seven of Swords, Two of Swords reversed, Four of Pentacles reversed, Knight of Pentacles reversed, Five of Swords, Eight of Pentacles. Let's break it down. The root of the reading with that Seven of Swords initially is someone needing to save their own skin, whether that's you needing to throw someone else under the bus or someone else is throwing you under the bus. It's that thievery of needing to do something before something is done, needing to show initiative here before action is put into place and you're rendered in a worse position. Behind that Seven of Swords is the Two of Swords reverse. There's a lot of trouble and falsehood here. Disloyalties, return more disloyalty. There's a lot of tension and discord around you. It's leaving you broken, feeling very mistrusting. The Four of Pentacles reverse, you know, you're throwing money at it, or you're spending money like you don't really care, like these things aren't affecting you, that these issues aren't playing a deep role as to what you're doing. And with that, the Knight of Pentacles reversed, there's a sense of lacking instability, change. You're in a state of inebriety, you're not making any movement, and because of that, the Five of Swords and the Eight of Pentacles. Because of that, there is a real sense of maybe ending up being the defeated instead of the victor. But if you put the skill in and the necessary effort and put the growth in here, you will be the victor here instead of the dejected, and more growth will become more plentiful, and it will become more abundant, and it will go on its own course. But it's about you initially making those initial modifications and accepting certain aspects that need to be worked here, or dismayed, or discarded because they're completely dysfunctional and just not needed in this planning. Time to get real. Past energy. King of Wands reversed, Ten of Wands, Judgment. Oof. The King of Wands reversed, this is someone very dogmatic and very autocratic views. They're quite ruthless, they're very intolerant, they're very emotionally invested, and they are very unstable at times. With the Ten of Wands, this has created a lot of burdens for you, this individual. They've made everything so much harder and a lot more cumbersome. But Judgment came in swift, and there was a renewal or promotion here, or a sense of atonement. I feel like at that time in the past, you looked back and you may have reconsidered your actions, or saw another facet of the situation that you had not seen before, their point of view, etc. And there was a sense of needing to forgive before being forgiven, and doing though as such. Moving forward from that, Knight of Swords reverse with the Fool reverse. Not much was born from it though. There was more dispute and more disunion with this Knight of Swords reverse. There was a sense of impatience or an imprudence. It was ruining chances of success, of fixing this here or moving forward. There was a sense of not finishing it and it just being left to dust. With the Fool in reverse, there was a lot of vanity. There was a real danger of apathy and indecision, or not acting correctly at the time it was needed to be acted upon. And any good ground here was quickly lost, and some. Whether that's in a person, place, or thing that it pertains to for you. Advice from Spirit is another mouthful, but it made me, got my attention. Justice reversed, Death reversed, Five of Pentacles reversed. Spirit's advice is very, very, very full on. Libra, Scorpio, Pentacle. Spirit is saying initially, things will look like it's fair and that it's balanced and that decisions are being made with the understanding to provide hope or dispense fear. What seems like fairness and balance quickly turns into the reality of being very, very discordant and biased. There's a real sense of intolerance, biasm, and severity of judgment, and it's being laid at your feet this month. Capricorn. The Death in reverse says to me that there is a lack of hope in the truth or the reality coming up right in this situation. We need to accept this inevitability or we will be paralyzed. The Five of Pentacles. There is much destitution that will come of this. A real ruining that will have a domino effect. There will be massive losses here. I hate to use this as an example, but you know, the Johnny Depp and the Andrea woman. A hatred issue. Yeah, that one. Amber Heard. Because of what she said or what she put in an article, whether it was or was not indirectly using a name, but an implication was made about an individual. That implication meant that person lost a lot of work. We know the story. We've heard it all about it this year. This is this. Thinking something's going to be fair, entering into it thinking that, real judgments or real justice will shine through, but realising it's all bias and bigotry, it's all been paid for on the table, and then it's all rigged, basically. And because of this, you're fucked. And because of this, then you just got to grab a hold of your balls and hope to God they don't take them too, because they're literally ripping the clothing off your back, basically. They're going for the balls and alls. Be very, very cautious of this, Capricorn. This is a massive warning. Spirit is gifting you in 4 cards. I don't know exactly what this attains to you in your aspect of life. For all of you, it will be different. But whatever this decision is that you feel that is going to be fair and it will finally put an end to something, is going to be a whole nother chapter of bullshit, whoop ass, and you feeling the pain of the pinch. Be very careful. Your mouth might cash a check that your ass just can't cash. Outside's view, 9 of Pentacles reverse, the Empress reverse. The outside's view is that of someone losing all the security or the prosperity, maybe have been hoodwinked or taken on a dangerous, roguish trip where they've lost it through gambling or some sort of bad decision. Because of this, they see someone that is very much in a state of inaction, in a lot of anxiety. Someone that is very much feeling like they're beyond their years or not in very fruitful times, and in quite dismay and disjointment. Hopes and fears, Capricorn, Page of Cups, the Hangman. Being very reflective, very trustworthy, offering service, but more so being a very kind ear or shoulder or word of advice. Being very solid with those connections around you. The Hangman coming in behind that. I feel there's a lot of wisdom and transition to be had here for Capricorn. Time for rebirth, welcome new life forces, overcoming apathy and boredom. Most importantly, gaining much needed wisdom and spiritual guidance. I'm learning what true sacrifice and the meaning of time really is, and what that is entertainment for you. The outcome's another mouthful, but I found it very interesting. The Star, Ace of Swords reverse, 9 of Swords, the Hierophant, Taurus is major, and the Queen of Cups reverse. On first thought, or first glance, it's like all hope, faith is renewed and everything is coming up roses in a degree, or to a degree. Everything seems astrologically aligned and there could be no wrong or do no wrong. Maybe they can't, but sometimes there are snags in it. The Ace of Swords reverse is that of temper or self-destruction, tripping yourself up and effing up because of it. This is a sense of misusing your powers, resulting in tyranny, wanton destruction, embarrassment and fear. 9 of Swords coming in behind that says there's a lot of anxiety, sleepless night that will come from this. There'll be a lot of unhappiness. And it will be a time when you may need to get in alignment with spirituality, or be realigned with who you are. Embrace your gifts for spiritual leadership. Do not let dogmatic or conformity cloud your judgment. Maybe it'll make you reassess something in regards to marriage or just in alliances that you hold in general. Coming in behind that is the Queen of Cups reverse. This is someone that means well. says all the right things at times. But someone that's very inconsistent and constantly changing and just never follows through. They mean the most noblest of things when they say them, but their follow through is beyond inconsistent. They're just not available. This is someone that is beyond flighty. They're unreliable, inconsistent, unconsolable when needed. And most importantly, they're just rogue. And they cannot be relied upon. Remember what I said to you at the beginning? I pulled that spirit animal for you. So let's check that out for you now, Capricorn, for your month, before we bid our adieus for this evening. Platypus, stop complaining and focus your attention on the blessings in your life. Complaining about this or that is a way to blow off steam, which can be healthy to a degree, but ultimately it isn't very helpful for you or anyone around you. Lift yourself up no matter what your present life circumstances are. Face the day head on and notice which thoughts you tend to put most of your attention on. Whatever the nature of those thoughts, the consequences manifest not only in your feelings but eventually in your world around you. Power flows wherever your attention goes. CMT. Power is life's force or spirit. When your attention is focused on negative thoughts, negative experiences result. So whenever you notice yourself repeatedly attending to negative thoughts, practice shifting your attention to thoughts of gratitude. Consider the blessings in your life. What are the things that make you happy? You may find a discrepancy between what makes you happy and what you're doing in your life right now. If that's the case, choose the alter one or the other. Either change your life and start doing what makes you happy, or change your thinking to enjoy whatever is happening in the moment. It's up to you. Associations with this card is sensitivity, grounded, clairsensitivity, inquisitiveness, uniqueness, adaptability, flexibility, shyness, grooming, stability, inner sight, sense of humour. And I think all of them associations may be something that you may need to get in touch with again, deep down inside yourself, dear Capricorn. September, Capricorn self. And play like the platypus. Life's too short to do anything else, isn't it? I'll see you next time.